Hello there, Jerome here from JeromeFitness. Can you stretch without a warm-up? Now, I already made a video about how to do a split without a warm-up, so you can check that out in the description. Now, the answer is yes, you can stretch without a warm-up. In fact, I didn't warm up before doing this video and well, I'm stretching right now. There are some things that are important, and the first one is that there is an increased risk in getting injured. So if you have not done any stretch or if you have not done any warm-up, then you get a greater chance of getting injured, especially if you're a beginner. So I first of all do not recommend stretching without a warm-up if you're a complete beginner. And second of all, you're simply not as flexible as you would if you would first do a warm-up. Now, warmed up muscles are more flexible, they are easier to elongate, so to get longer while stretching than cold muscles. So if you're a beginner, then stretching when you're warm is a positive thing. Now, why would you want to stretch without a warm-up? Well, for me personally, I oftentimes do some stretching when I'm reading a book or when I'm watching a documentary on YouTube, for example. And those are also some times when I recommend doing some stretching, such as when you're watching TV, because watching TV is not very helpful, and if you do some stretching, then you can actually do something useful with that time. Now, the important thing about stretching without a warm-up is that you do it gradually. So you may not get as far down into a split, for example, or into an attempt of a split if you have not warmed up. So you have to adjust that to not having warmed up. So let's say that you're doing a hamstring stretch, and normally you can easily get as far as this towards the stretch when you have done a warm-up, of course. Then you may want to start from here and gradually build up the tension that you feel, and when you feel some tension in your muscle, hold that for a while until the tension fades away, which should take about 20 to 30 seconds. If not, then release some tension, because then tension is too high. Now, after that, of course, you can find a new level of tension and hold that again until the tension fades away. So it is basically the same principle as you would with stretching after a warm-up, but the difference now is that you have to keep in mind that you're not going to get down as far into a split or any other exercise as you would with a warm-up. Now, one important thing that I still have to mention is that you should only do static stretching when you have not done a warm-up. So don't go ballistic stretching, dynamic stretching, or isometric PNF stretching, for example. Just keep it with static stretching, which is very controlled, and the risk of getting injured is kept at a minimum that way. So what do you prefer, stretching with or without a warm-up? That's it for this video. Thank you for watching. Subscribe for more, thumbs up, and I will see you next time. Hello there, Jerome here from JeromeFitness. The other day someone asked me about the clasp knife stretching technique. Now, first of all, you have to start with a proper warm-up, and then what happens